Well, how much are you looking forward to Saturday and a former club?
Yeah, it's always interesting playing against your former club. Obviously, for me, it was a team I played for over 15 years, so I always want to go back and do well. But obviously, the importance on the game and how important the result is more than anything is. I think as a footballer, it's what you look forward to the most, really, when you're playing in important big games, because you get the most kind of pleasure from it afterwards if we can get the result we need.
What's so special about Crewe? It's a club that's looked upon fondly across the Football League. They develop so many great players. Can you put your finger on why it works there?
I think you just do a lot of things differently. The way when you're brought in young and everything's all technical, and I think it is very much a family club, and it's different now than it was, I think, but it's hard to really put your finger on it. I think they're just, they breed coaches and what kind of coach you've got to be, and obviously everything's football, and it is a special club, and they developed me into a player and into a footballing player. I've had to change a lot of my ways since I've left there, because it's only acceptable when you're there, really. What you do there, it's very different in that sense. But yeah, you said there they make a lot of good players, myself as well included in that. So yeah, it's hard to put your finger on it, but there's a lot of time and effort is put into making you into a very technical footballer, and that's why a lot of players move on and do well.
You mentioned how much you were looking forward to the game, even though the situation you're in. I'm going to say a cliche, but you've got cup finals now to the end of the season. Is it something generally that you're revelling in rather than dreading?
Yeah, well, I keep saying it. I said it before the Exeter game. I said to someone, "Oh, I've got the biggest game of my life today," and then I said it last week, and I said it the week after, and they said that last week, and it's like, but that's what it is at the moment. Every game as it comes is the biggest game of the season, no matter how you look at it. And I think, like you say, like I said before, as a footballer, the ones that mean the most are the ones you revel in and the ones you look forward to the most. So yeah, the pressure's high, and it's gonna be, squeaky bum time, as you say, but it's when people, I believe, you show your character, and that's what we'll find out now. And we have done up to now, because we've performed well since the Carlisle game. We've been, when it's mattered, we've turned it on, and hopefully now the results can start turning into wins, and them draws we make sure them draws turn into wins.
You touch on a good point there. Although I guess in the midweek results didn't go for you, you were out the bottom two on Saturday before a late goal. But do you feel like you're kind of a formed team going into these final few games?
Yeah, well, I've just seen someone on Twitter there that in the last 5, us and Mac are 6th and 7th, and I think Crawley and Yeovil are bottom 2, and I think that says a lot. We're in a good, for the team at the bottom end of the table at this end of the season, we're in good form usually. You see teams struggling to get wins and even points, so I feel like we're in a really good run and a good vein of form. And like I said, it's just a matter of, even on Saturday with the sending off, it's just a little bit of luck and making sure it goes our way, and hopefully the performances keep coming, because the results will come if we keep playing how we are.
And what about personally, after a few niggles this season, you must be delighted at such a key time. You're very much fit and involved.
Yeah, like I said a little while ago, it's been the most frustrating season for me in my career, because I'm used to just playing and being fit and not worrying about injuries, and I've had a few just followed on after another, and a bit of bad luck as well. But now I'm fighting fit, and I think every game I'm just taking it as it comes, and just trying to prove a point, really, as well, to myself and to a lot of people, that I should be in this team, and I can help this team if I'm in the team, and also mainly be an asset to the team, and hopefully, since I've come back into the team, if we stay up, then I'll feel like I've played a massive part in that.
Okay, that's enough for me, thank you.
How much of a frustration was it when you were on the sidelines having to watch and not be able to influence results?
It was really difficult, because I think I've always said that being on the pitch for me is my release, and that's when I can forget about everything I've got going on in my head. And I had a difficult start to the season with what I spoke about, the gambling and stuff, and I didn't have the time to go out on the pitch and kind of take my mind off stuff, and it was very hard. The niggles kept coming, and it is a bit of a lonely place when you're injured. It really is. You find yourself forgotten about, and then new managers are coming in and going out, and it was felt like every time I got fit again, it was like, right, well, got to prove myself again. And there was never really, I never felt like if I got fit that I was going to be in the team and I had to fight for my place again, which I've not really had that problem in my whole career really. So when I got fit again and had to, you know, really fight for it, it was a new experience for me, but I enjoyed it as well. And I think since I've gone back in the team, I've not let anyone down up to now, so I'm just hoping to stay in the team and make a difference.
Do you feel like you're in a better place kind of off the pitch?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like I said, I've said it all along. Football is massive for me, and it's my passion, and it's how I get any kind of energy and positivity in my life sometimes, because it really is everything in my life. So when I'm not playing, it's difficult, but you've got to keep fighting and keep going. And I've done that. I've not moaned. I've not, you know, sulked. I've just kept going and waited for my opportunity.
You spoke about how much it means to you. How much then would survival mean to you?
Yeah, listen, I've never been relegated. I've been in a lot of relegation battles, but I've never been relegated. So I don't want to start now, and it's not good for any footballer to have on the CV. So, and with the relationship I feel like I have with the club and the fans, I really, you know, it's something I don't want to speak about. I just want to, you know, do everything we can on the pitch. We've still got time to do it, and we've still got, now's not the time for talking, it's time for the action on the pitch and to sort it out.
What about the impact that you've made since you returned? It's 4 matches, isn't it? Yeah, a couple of draws and a win in there. Just one thing you must be pleased with.
Yeah. Well, I think as well the Exeter game was a difficult one to take because I don't think we deserved to lose, and so I think since I've gone in, it's felt good, and you know the lads have been in good form as well after the Carlisle game just after when I come back in. So it was a good time to come back in really, because I felt like we were on the verge of something, and then gone back in and we've, you know, got a few results, which again could have been more, to be honest with you. So it's disappointing in one sense, but I think personally, you know, Saturday was a very difficult game with the circumstances, especially second half. It was a matter of trying to stay in and not lose the game really in the end. But I've enjoyed it. Yeah, it's been nice to be back out there.
Does the mentality change going into Saturday after the midweek matches and Macclesfield getting that?
Listen, nothing changes. The lads were speaking about that today. Nothing changes for us. We know we've got 15 points to play for, and we've got to get as many of them as we can. That's all it is. Like we've got to get 2 more or 3 more than Macclesfield get, and that's that. That's how it is. So we've just got to do our job, and hopefully whatever they do is what they'll do. But if we can do our bit, then I think we'll be good.
Off the pitch, towards the end of last week, it was last Thursday actually, you opened a statement saying they accepted an offer to sell the club. Is that made any difference to the players going into matches at all?
No, listen, it's totally out of our hands, and it's nothing for me to even speak about. I wouldn't have known that if it weren't for Twitter, but and the lads are just concentrating on our job in hand, and the main thing is keeping this club in the Football League, and whatever goes on upstairs, whatever after that, then that's a different part for us. We've just got to concentrate on doing our jobs and hopefully keep this club in the Football League.